everybody, it's me, SM'all360, and I am here with an SM haul. I had to do this because I'm moving house at the end of the weekend, and I need to put these things away, so I wanted to make sure I show them to you before I put them away. I decided to do all three of these together as a short little haul because they're all SM, and so they're related. And also, SM is kind of the international symbol for small, for clothing, so I don't know. That's just a weird relation that I made in my own mind. But let's go ahead and get started with the very center CD, and this is Red Velvet's Ice Cream Cake. Me getting the CD, I wouldn't say it's a surprise, but it kind of is. If you guys watch my videos, you know I don't do a lot of girl groups. Like, it's not a thing that I typically enjoy a lot. I have certain girl group favorites. I really love 2NE1 and I really love Sistar. And I'm a fan of Miss A, but other than that, there just aren't a lot of girl groups. Oh, Tiara, Queens. But there's just not a lot of girl groups that I normally stand for. And I'm not saying that I stand for Red Velvet, but I have to say that Automatic really was a game changer for me when it came to this group. I didn't like Happiness. I just didn't. And there's nothing against them. It just wasn't my type of music. I liked Be Natural, but they didn't put an album out for Be Natural, so I couldn't buy that. And then when this album came out, I had seen the track listing before I heard the singles, and I saw that those two songs aren't on here. So I was like, well, what is going to be on this album then? I don't know, because it seems like every time they come back, they have a totally different concept. Well, they came back with Automatic first, and I'm so glad that they did, because I think if they had come back with Ice Cream Cake first, I probably would have lost hope that they were going to do something similar to the Be Natural concept. But then they came out with Automatic, and I think that video is just, I love the video, I love the look, I love the sound, it all went together for me. I'm like, okay, well, I'll take a chance and I'm going to go ahead and buy this album. And I have to say, one thing I really like about this album that I didn't think would be kind of a side effect of it, I love the fact that if you listen to this album, it's made very clear that Red Velvet is not the new FX. I mean, there's a lot of people who I think thought that that might be the case, but this album doesn't sound anything like an FX album to me. Like, there is that quirky Ice Cream Cake song, but overall, this album has a lot more, it's not as experimental as FX. That's what I'm going to say. Like, FX, their albums, sometimes it takes 3 listens to, like, really get into it. And even then, sometimes some songs just don't make it. But this album is a lot easier to digest for somebody who's maybe new to the group. And I think that I appreciate that they have a different color than FX has, because I was really worried about that. One thing that I'm not so fond of, though, and you guys, I don't know if any of you are kind of in the same boat that I am, because I'm not a big fan of girl groups and I don't follow people from like rookie status on, I still don't know who anybody is. Like, I just don't. I wish I did. I want to know who these girls are. But, I mean, they all have blonde hair, and last time they all had brown hair, and then before that they all had that dip-dyed hair, and I don't know. I really don't know. But I want to. So hopefully that's something that will change over time. But this is a really pretty album. I was kind of disappointed at first when I saw that I got the Ice Cream Cake version, because I really like the Ravens on the Automatic version, but I'm not going to buy 2 of these. At least, I don't think I am. I might. I don't know, guys. I'm going to try not to. But yeah, I was hoping to get the Automatic one, but the Ice Cream Cake version, it's very pretty. It's very, very pretty. They look nice, you know. It's colorful, and it's got these sweet mint green, baby blue pastel photos. Well, some photos, and then they've got these really intense, creepy drawings. Like, they're beautiful, but at the same time, it's very dead-eyed look. Very, you know, Suicide Diaries look. And then that's the photo card that I got, but I'm not keeping that photo card. Katie Boo, this is coming your way. But yeah, that is the card I got, and this is the photo book. And it's perfectly cute and lovely, and the theme for it all matches really well. Of course, as I'm taking full advantage of blank pages, or little to nothing on a page. But yeah, I'm really glad I got this. I think that this has helped me out, and it's helped me release some stress and maybe some ill thoughts I had about the group regarding the way SM seems to prefer them over FX. I think I'm going to be able to ease up on that. I think so. Speaking of FX, we have Amber's Beautiful here. This is the part of the video that is going to get me the most downvotes because I was disappointed with this album. I really was. There are a few really great things I want to talk about on this album, but then there are like a couple of things I just have to get out the way first before I go any further with this album. And the thing I have to get out of the way, first of all, number one, it's the mini album, but it is many. And honestly, I almost think it shouldn't. It has 5 songs, but I feel like the 5th song shouldn't even count because we've heard it before when it was Goodbye Summer. But yeah, it's a very short album, and it is so inconsistent. Like, you go from like beautiful, lovely ballad, beautiful, then to up high with Shake That Brass, and then kind of middling with Love Run, back down to low with Heights. I had no preconceived notions of what Amber was going to be with a solo, because I was shocked as hell that they said they're going to give Amber a solo of all the people. But after listening to this, I still don't really feel like I know who Amber is. Her lyrics in Beautiful, very personal. I appreciate that. Hearing her singing voice without the accompaniment of the other girls in FX was a treat, because now I feel like I'll be able to hear her voice in the future whenever FX comes back better. But the songs in between Shake That Brass and I Just Wanna, those songs mean nothing to me. Like, they sound like any other thing out there. They're not really, they don't pop, and they don't say anything about who Amber is as an artist. At least I don't think so. And I was just very disappointed with that. I felt like there wasn't a lot of effort put in to the middle material. I feel like they were strictly that, filler, in between the single, the pre-release, and then the redo. So I was not as impressed with this album as I'd hoped I would be. But I am kind of impressed with the packaging. I say kind of because I have one bone to pick. That's really my own bone to pick, but I'll tell you about that after I go through praising the packaging. First thing I like about the packaging, it's really simple packaging. See, that photo book's not very big. It's not a big album, but I think what they did with it was effective. I like the fact that it's got the play on like both the shiny and the matte on here. Instead of just making it all shiny or all matte or only doing the letters, they really did some playful things here, which I like. I like how Amber and her name, the letters in her name are shiny in the back, but then in the front, Amber is matte while everything else is shiny. So either way it goes, she always stands out, which is something to be said about her as a person. No matter where she goes, what she does, she'll always stand out. If the rest of the crowd is shining, then she's not. If the rest of the crowd is dim, she's shining. Also, the fact that there's a photo card. The fact that there's all these eyes, it's beautiful. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. She's got all these eyes judging her and watching her and making assumptions or telling her what is and what isn't beautiful. But as you can see, beautiful is everywhere. It's all around. So, you know, what makes her beautiful? What makes her not beautiful? You know, it's just whoever's looking at it. And in some people's eyes, Amber is beautiful. So yeah, I thought that was really, really clever. The photo book picture concepts, I like them okay. I don't really have much to say about them. There is one concept that I really love, though, was this one. A lot of people are like, I don't understand the helmet. Well, when you think about it, Amber is kind of an alien on the K-pop scene. There's not a lot of people who look like her. There's not a lot of people that sound like her. Her attitude and her personality are very different. It's like she's from another planet, you know, but people love her anyway. And so I really appreciated that. I thought that was kind of a goofy nod to that part of her, you know, and there she is looking goofy. But yeah, I liked the photo book, and I thought that even though I was kind of mad that there was filler songs in this album, I love that she made a statement with the photo book in a very sly, kind of undercover way, and it doesn't thump you over the head with its message while being so very out there and in your face at the same time. So that's kind of fun. The only thing that I think I would say is a negative about this photo book, and this is just me, this is my private quirk, I kind of wish there was at least one picture of her actually genuinely smiling. I don't know if it's a thing, if it's an insecurity, or if it's just she doesn't like to smile, because whenever I see her in interviews and on Variety, she smiles and she laughs and she seems like she's just like really good fun. But yeah, no smiles. In fact, she's like mean mugging on the cover of this album. She's like, yeah, I dare you to say I'm not beautiful. So that was probably my only like miniature complaint about that. But yeah, while I wasn't as in love with the music on this as I thought I'd be, I do truly and genuinely like the packaging. I thought the packaging was very clever and kind of in keeping with, you know, FX's stellar packaging history. All right. And then lastly, I have Rewind by a man whose name I absolutely refuse to pronounce because I'm going to do it wrong and I don't want to get hate comments because I'm already going to get enough from Amber. Rewind, which I didn't think I was going to buy. I had no plans to get this album. I only have 2 Super Junior albums anyway, so I was just like, whatever. But I loved the single. And then February was kind of a light month when it came to K-pop, so I'm like, well, I need something kind of to occupy my time. I will listen to this album since I really like that single. Listened to the album, and before I knew it, the album was over. And I listened to the whole thing, and I liked everything. There wasn't anything on that album that I didn't like. So I decided to go ahead and get it. I got mine from YesAsia, and I think it's the Taiwanese version. It's got a bonus song on there. I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not. But there's the track list. There you go. And it's made, from what I understand, exactly like the Korean version. I don't think there's anything extra photo book-wise or anything else. You get a CD, you get the photo card, and then you get this man. But what I like about this, and what I guess this album, the photo book, is as much a surprise to me as the album itself. The album took me by surprise because I was surprised how much I enjoyed it and didn't know that I was going to enjoy it that much. And this photo book took me by surprise with like how little it is, but how effectively it's put together. Unlike a lot of SM albums, there's not a lot of blank spaces here. Like, they really use virtually every page. These photos are beautiful. They're very effective. There's not a lot of out of focus shots. It's just done really well. I mean, if you're gonna do a small album, this is the way you do it. Do it and get like the most out of the space that you have. So I really like this. And overall, I have to say, this is a haul that I'm really happy with. The only thing, like I said, I'm unhappy with, I just wish that Amber's album was a bit more focused. But I'm pleasantly surprised by how much I'm enjoying Ice Cream Cake. I'm so glad I took a chance to listen to Rewind. And Amber, we may not agree about the direction you took with this album, but I have to say I appreciate the vast amounts of thought you put into this packaging. So that's my haul, and I'm going to end it with something that somebody told me once. They say, you know, if you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. And I get that, but I think here's a better one for us to go by. If you don't have anything nice to say, ask yourself why you don't. And try to find something nice to say. Because it's a lot easier just to ignore, you know, why it is you might have animosity against people. But it's a lot harder to be an even bigger person and try to find something positive. Because if you find something positive, eventually you'll never have anything negative to say. Alright, talk to you guys later. Bye.